Yay Networks.
What up, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Perfect Pair Podcast. That would be her and I, the apple of my eye.
Rocky.
And
okay.
I love you.
Why?
Rock Tease is who I be.
And I'm Crystal, Rock Tease better half.
Pimping
As y'all can tell.
ain't easy. For sure. And if you're new to the podcast, we name it the Perfect Pair Podcast, not because we think we're perfect.
But we're perfect for each other.
That part is true. And when you learn how to have a perfect, non-perfect marriage or relationship is when gold strikes.
You didn't know how to end that. It
Right.
didn't come together.
And that snap just wasn't.
It didn't. But good try.
Indeed, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Good try.
So what we talking about today?
Say it so I don't get mad. Because you want to say it. And
Say
you're
what?
trying. You know. I see your face. Say it.
Say what?
Rocky.
I'm waiting for you to tell me what
Rocky,
we
if
talking
you
about.
say it while I'm talking, I'm going to get mad. Don't.
I don't know
Just
what
say
you're
it. Get it out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you're going to play. I feel it. I feel it already.
All right, just go ahead and say it.
I know. I guess I'm trying. I don't know. I want to cover my ears because I know he's going to say something.
I'm not going to say anything.
I don't trust you right now.
You know how to keep an idiot in suspense?
Rocky, here you go. Anyways, so I don't even know what I was going to say. I was going to talk about somebody too. Dang, Rocky. Get on my nerves. Rocky, stop it. Oh my God. No. You're such a jerk. It's not funny because we're doing a podcast.
Oh, man. All right, so what are we talking about?
I can't remember what I was going to talk about. It was about, it was about...
Climbing.
I knew as soon as I let my guard down. Like, I knew he was going to do it as soon as I said.
All right, go ahead.
Rocky. Oh my gosh. You made me forget my train of thought again. So this lady, oh my gosh. First of all, she was complaining. She didn't understand what more that her man needed.
Right.
Her ex.
Okay.
What her ex needed. And the reason why she's saying this, she's saying because she gave him everything. She kept a clean house, all this stuff, took care of him, gave him what he need, had sex anytime he wanted to. It was either every day, at least 5 times a week. Girl, you must got a lot of times. I'm saying. Like,
Golly.
Good for y'all. Good for y'all. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Ain't mad at all. So.
But anyways, she's pretty much saying she giving him everything. But of course, she needs control. She wants control. Oh, this was another thing. And he's cheated before.
Okay.
And because he's cheated before and everything, he's coming back. They're doing good now. Everything is good. But she wants more control. So she was like, I don't understand why am I asking for too much? All I need is all his passcodes to everything. And I need control of the money. So like, what more do I need to, she said, am I asking for too much? And because now he feel like he don't want to be with me no more because I'm trying to be too controlling because I don't see how I'm asking for too much. I was like, I knew he was going to say something.
I'll jump in right here.
I knew he was going to ask this.
Pardon me for a moment. So, okay, he cheated.
Right.
She forgave him. Or did you? Because if you didn't forgive him, then what's the point? So when you get to the point and you forgive a person, you got to move forward. And you can't say, okay, these stipulations have to be in place. I don't trust you. And I don't know if you're going to do this ever again. So I need to be able to control this and control that. And now, if he's not that good on the money situation.
Let me explain this. He has to ask her for money when he needs it and what to buy.
Okay.
That's also something she said.
If he's bad with money, and if he's like blowing y'all's savings, blowing y'all's investments, blowing y'all's money, and just on stuff that's like, and putting y'all in a position where you're about to be homeless, your light's about to get cut off, and vehicles getting repoed and all that kind of stuff. Okay, now I can understand. You're bad with money. I'm better. So let me take over that part. Now,
but control the money.
But not complete control. But he's got to, like, look, you're either gonna be homeless or you're not gonna be homeless.
Okay, so let me give you more of the story.
Now let me finish. Now you can't treat.
You might change your perspective, but go ahead.
Yeah, you can't treat this grown man like a kid now. Okay, he may have some weaknesses. You may have some weaknesses. You know, and you guys got to talk and say, okay, you're strong. Like, we know.
Right.
I know what you're better than me at. And you know what I'm better than you at.
Right.
And we feed off that. Okay, you're better at this kind of stuff, like being organized and all that stuff. That's Crystal. There's certain things that I do that's so we feed off. It's a team.
Right.
You got to do the same thing. You can't just treat this man like a doggone kindergartner. And you can't just speak when I say speak. And here's $5 for your allowance. And you can't do this because you cheated on me before. And if I let you do this, or you can't go out, or you can't go do whatever. I mean, it's not going to work.
Right.
It's not going to work.
So, to me, I had more questions. And the reason why I had more questions, and that's why I was like, I could tell you a little bit more, because I was like, so how was he before you found out he was cheating? And is this multiple? Is he constantly cheating on you? Did you always feel like this? Like, I just wanted to know, like, how was he beforehand? And she explained everything was good. Everything was happy. Everything, again, she put emphasis on how much she gave him some sex. So I guess she felt like that he shouldn't even want no more. So how could he want something else when I'm giving him all of this? I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing this. And I'm like, so was he bad with money? Why you want to take control of the money? She said, no, he was never bad with money. She said he was good. Everything was good. And I feel like, I don't understand why one woman is not enough for him. Why is this not enough for him? I said, maybe you should look at yourself. Sometimes that is a hard pill to swallow at times when you say stuff like that. Because if you feel like you're doing, as she was talking and saying the conversation, to me, I felt like you trying to run this conversation that you having for me, and you trying to ask for advice or my opinion. And I just really think you're not trying to ask. You're just trying to tell me what happened, what went on, what this is this, and this is why you right. You're not asking, like, you're not looking for, you want somebody just to agree with you and say, you right, girl, you doing what he leave him, he needs to do this and that. And I just don't agree with that. I don't agree, because when you in a marriage or any kind of relationship, if something goes bad, you got to look at what part that you played into it.
That's true.
Not saying you helped him go cheat and told him to go. You didn't help him do that. No, he's still wrong for that. He shouldn't have never stepped out the marriage, and none of that should have happened. But what were you doing? Like, you said everything was good. Was everything good? Or maybe it was good for you? Because to me, you seem controlling.
Come on now. The C word.
You seem very controlling. And when you try to take a man, and when he feels like he's the head of the household, and you taking that from him, taking his manhood away from him, you're treating him as if he's a kid. You're not treating him as your equal or as somebody you want to lead the house.
Message.
When somebody else makes him feel like that and makes him feel like the man that he know that he is, he's gonna gravitate to that.
Let me tell you something.
And it's not gonna be just for sex. Because he's getting it at home. He's going to go feel like a man again.
And this is the part where you got to be real with yourselves. Because if anybody else is going through something similar like this, you got to have that conversation in the mirror. You got to check that man or that woman in the mirror, man, because you only telling 65 to 85% of the story.
Right.
There's another version that you're leaving out. And you can't just tell half the story or most of the story, because there could be that one point that you're leaving out is the reason why your mate is doing what he's doing.
Right, because if you just hear her story, you see how you was like, well, this isn't that. Right. You kind of like, well, and like at first, he might be bad with money. The way she says she wants to take control of the money. The reason why she wants to control the money is because she wants to make sure he ain't spending it on nobody else.
Ooh. So it does change a little bit.
Right. So I'm saying and I'm like, so your reasoning for controlling the money is to make sure what he's spending his money on, and you want to tell him when he can spend his. So how would you feel if he has to tell you, you have to ask him, can I go get some gas today? Can I go buy some gum? I want to buy some gum because she's saying she want him to tell her every time he buys something because he needs to gain her trust back. So if he wants gum, he needs to tell her. Girl,
come on, man, go on with that.
That is a grown man, and I can't even call you a woman, lady, nothing, because you're acting like a kid at this point.
Yep.
Now, does he need to do some things because he was the one that cheated? Yes, he needs to be an open book to you.
And
Let me explain what that looks like. If you want my passcode to my email, here. You want my passcode to my phone, here. You want to look at my social media, here. You need to look at here. You can see it. We are married. We are as one. I have nothing to hide. Mm-hmm. You can see all of this. I don't have a problem. And it's to make you feel secure. Because think about it. However you caught that person cheating, they're going to be suspicious about everything at this point. So it's up to you to gain that trust back. So then just be open. Now you got to allow that to happen.
Even if you do all those things, the passcode, social media, you're checking the person's, you're going to look for something that ain't there. You're going to find something that's not there.
My dad used to always say, you go looking for something, you're going to find something.
You're going to find something that ain't even there. So you're so insecure that, who is this person that just said hi?
Right.
A person that just said hi? Well, why are they saying hi to you? Well,
I don't know.
You got to ask that person that.
And then social media now, everybody gonna like somebody. Guess what? One of his exes from a long time ago might see him like, oh, hey, that's not his fault.
Why is this person liking your, well, the same way the other 1,000 people liked it? They like the content, I guess. They like the picture or they like the video. It's like, well, why this person got to comment on all your stuff? You're going to find something that ain't even there. So is it even worth it? I'm like this, man. When you get to the point where you got to just spend so much time looking for something because you got a feeling, you got a gut feeling, you're just starting to look for stuff, even if there's something real to find. But when you get to the point and start looking, you're stressing yourself out.
Right. You can't function.
I'm just old school. Like, something's going to, if something's not right, it's going to come out.
Yeah, it's going to eventually come to light. It's going to come out.
So I'm like, okay, you know what? I ain't going to stress myself out. Continue to feed myself something that I don't know 100% about.
Right. But I think what I'm saying is like, if you was like you, babe, I need your phone so I can do something here.
Right.
And you be like, what's your passcode? Give it to you. And instead of me taking it like, let me get my passcode.
But this sounds like she won't like.
But she does. But that's what I'm trying to.
This bad boy.
Right. That's what I'm telling her. I was like, now if he's just trying to hide, just like, no, I don't want you in. And she said, well, now he don't want me to have anything of his. I said, because he tired of you controlling him and you might have pushed him away. Mm-hmm. Because she was like, I did suggest counseling. I said, do you really want counseling? I said, because it sounds like you want a counselor that's going to just say everything you want her to say and tell him what he doing wrong. And so you could be like, now do it. Because when that counselor look at you and say what I'm saying to you, it's you. You are too controlling.
Come on now.
I can see why he don't want to give you this. He would. And then the thing is, if you slow down and release some of this control you got going on, you'll be surprised how much he will give you and show you that he is sorry. If he's still there and he's willing to go to therapy and everything, it's because he loves you.
Come on now.
He's showing something like, okay, I'm sorry. But he's also trying to tell you, she's like, yeah, he told me I don't listen. I said, oh. Shit.
Something tells me he ain't the first person to say that.
I was like, and you know, I mean, my sister and them be saying I be trying to do too much, kind of control everything in every situation. Listen, this is the time to listen. That's why I'm saying you got to look at yourself. I can't even bash this man because low-key, I kind of want to say, good job. You finally got some peace when you went over there. All he probably did was talk. Y'all fail to realize most people that cheat in marriages has nothing to do with sex.
Ooh, that's a good one.
When people cheat in marriage, it's because something that they're not getting at home. And it's either me helping him understand that I'm your partner, you are the man of this house, and making you feel respected, that I'm proud of you, who you are, and encouraging him, this is and that. You let me know you're beautiful, you this, you that. When a woman doesn't hear that or a man doesn't feel that, in my opinion, and somebody else gives them that and they're uplifting them and making you feel better, it's making you be like, and you're being heard. Because that's another thing, like women, I know, because I have a lot of women that talk to me about this, like he doesn't listen, he does this and that, and this is why it's so easy to talk to him, because he listens to me, he hears me, he allows me to talk to him. That's what they're doing it for. They're not doing it to have sex. It's not all about sex most of the time.
Come on, man.
And low key, y'all would probably rather them have sex than have an emotional connection, because if they have an emotional connection, that's a whole...
It's a wrap.
It's it.
It's just a matter of time after that.
Right. It's a big mess after that. So in my personal opinion, you need to go get some therapy by yourself. So you can work on yourself, so you can let go some of this controlling stuff, and then learn, and then ask yourself, do you really forgive him? Mm-hmm. And if you forgive him, you need to learn how to let it go so y'all can move forward.
You better forget that thing. Look, man.
You can't hold on to that. You can't grasp onto that, and you can't keep throwing that in his face because it ain't going to do anything but mess it up. Y'all can't move forward. The only how you're going to be able to move forward is to forgive him and move. Leave that in the past.
Because if you keep bringing that stuff up every time you get into an argument or disagreement, if you haven't let it all the way go, you're going to bring it up. It's just going to happen.
Right.
Because your feelings going to get in the way. Remember? Facts over feeling. It's a fact. Hopefully it's a fact that you've forgiven the person.
Right.
And if you didn't, your actions going to speak louder than words because you're going to always look to throw something up every time something happens. And you're going to always come up with a reason on why you don't want your mate to do certain things or whatever. So, look, man, I just don't do stress well. And I choose to. I choose not to do stress well. I don't want to do stress well. I don't want to be well, you can control stress. Well, yeah, you can also have a choice not to even want it in your life. Like, I don't even want stress in my life. So.
Rocky is a different breed. So when stress come about, he kind of just learns how to pivot some kind of way. Stress, I have learned to deal with it and be like, woo-sigh it. I guess I've learned to deal with stress in a whole different way.
It's basically happen.
From you, right? It's just learn how to cope with it.
There you go. You got
coping skills.
It's here. Okay, it's here. Now what we gonna do? You gonna sulk in it? You gonna stay there?
No.
Or you gonna go try to find some happy space area or something that you can do to kind of take your mind off that? And I mean, there's always an option. And,
there is. Yeah. You just got to make a choice to kind of figure it out. But life is stressful. And that's something that, like my girls program, and I'm going to stop on this and not get on a little soapbox, but I tell them, like, we have to understand life is hard.
What's the name of your girls program?
Pretty and Secure.
That's right. That thing off the chain.
I tell them,
changing these girls' lives.
Life is hard. Let me just tell you that now. But that's okay. Mm-hmm. It's okay. If you understand that life is hard and you embrace it, everything's going to be okay. Whenever you were learning to walk, I use this example. When you were learning to walk, guess what you did? You kept falling. You kept falling. That was hard to learn to walk when you were a baby. But you didn't realize it was that hard because you just wanted to learn to walk. So you just kept getting up. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a problem. You just kept getting up. Kept getting up. And then all of a sudden, now you can walk and you running all over the house.
Come on now.
I said, if we had that same mind frame as when we were little, like when stuff gets hard, like, dang, yeah, I might have stung my hands a little bit, sting my knees a little bit. I might have scraped myself a little bit, but I got back up. I'm okay. This is going to heal. I wipe myself off and keep going and keep playing. And eventually I might have a scar or two that might be there for the rest of my life from when I fell that time that hard. But I got up and I made it through. And you survived 100% of your bad days and your worst days.
I love it.
So just keep going.
Period.
And life is hard. And it's okay, though. It's like fire. I'm going to stop after this. Fire. We have fire in our life right now. Fire can hurt us. It can kill us. It can damage all kinds of stuff. But it also can keep us warm. It can save our lives. It cooks our meals. Like fire works in a lot of different ways. We've just learned how to deal with it. We learned how to cope with fire. If it gets out of hand, we know to run away, call the fire department, call them to get help, to just calm down the situation. It's stressful. We're scared. We don't know what to do, but we know how to get away so we don't hurt ourselves. That's life. We just got to learn how to cope with life. It's going to be hard. We're not going to run from it. It's not going anywhere. It's going to happen. Let's just learn better coping skills.
Embrace the grind, baby.
Yep.
That's a perfect way to wrap up this quick little episode. Shoot. No need to put no cherry and whipped cream on top of that because you just did it, woman.
He messed it up the whole ending.
Another episode of the Perfect Pair podcast. We really hope that you get something out of this because it's therapy for us. Be honest with you. This therapy, man. We just hope that we can share our stories. And
he didn't know where he was going with that, but thank you guys.
What you mean?
Because you was like, I thought you messed up your thought. That's why, sorry, babe, if you didn't.
I mean, sometimes I do, but that time I did.
You did it?
No.
I'm sorry. I felt like he messed up your thought because it didn't make sense to me.
I was bringing this thing to the finish line, and she dropped the damn baton.
I did.
Dropped the baton. You all by yourself. Up. No.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I didn't grasp it really well. Well, at least I said sorry. Didn't I say sorry?
I ain't even talking to you.
Oh, shit. I don't care then.
Turn off the episode. She gonna be doing the thing next week by herself.
Will.
Go to get a number there, girl.
Please leave us a voicemail at 469-737-0356. Call me. Bye. He gonna be in his feelings anyway, so it's just gonna be us.
Pimping?
Yay Networks.